Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Armand Soto, aka Happy Misclick, and today we're gonna be talking about the this video that came up on my YouTube. Watching Hassan Biker basically go on LSF and slaughter people, and it was regarding these targeted ads that I believe were ran in Alabama, that were essentially doing Amazon things and getting people to not unionize, right? Because union equals bad to Amazon, because then they can't force their workers to work like 1,000-hour shifts in a row, or actually 12-hour shifts, not too far off. I don't understand what is wrong with these people. Like, what dollar sign what like decimal place do you decide, you know what, let's throw away our humanity today? Anyway, so you have these people who are working at Amazon put in front of a camera and are told to say basically that no, we don't want unions. Unions are not good for us. We don't approve of this message. All the bullshit. When everybody knows they're probably just like under the gun, or just not aware, or the bullshit that Amazon is spewing out is just slowly starting to creep into people's minds. Because if you watch this frontline PBS like little kind of doc, it's like a little mini doc sort of thing that we're gonna look at later. You can see, if you watch the whole thing, because I'm not going to go over that section because then this video would take forever, but you can see how hard these workers work, and like they're essentially like under this like little ticking clock, and it's just crazy to see. It's like fulfilling orders, and it's like at that point, yeah, we are machines, and that's a fucking problem. That's why unions exist. Now, just so you know, just so that way we know we're not talking out of our ass or anything, I made sure to read from Wikipedia and just the exact way of framing labor unions. So it says, labor unions in the United States are organizations that represent workers in many industries recognized under U.S. labor law since the 1935 enactment of the National Labor Relations Act. Their activity today centers on collective bargaining over wages, benefits, and working conditions for their membership, and on representing their members in disputes with management over violations of contract provisions. Larger trade unions are also typically engage in lobbying activities and electioneering at the state and federal level. Well, from this you can just see this is a way of having a group argue on your behalf, right? Which is something that everyone should want, right? Like a crew, like a backing. So now we're gonna get into it and see some of the other bullshit.
We at the Birmingham team have a great leadership. We really don't need anyone coming in and telling us what they want to give us, because basically we have everything we need here.
Sorry, that was a premature pause. We don't want somebody coming in and basically helping us out, telling us what we should expect as workers.
Always wanted to work for Amazon. This is the only place I've seen that have benefits from day one. There's no waiting period. You got chances to advance.
Vote no for the union.
I will vote.
Okay, first of all, when she says, "Oh, I always wanted to work for Amazon," yeah, maybe if you're like a software developer trying to get a job, like at FANG or something like that. But I don't know what her job is. I can't really see, but I'm assuming. Let me not assume. If it was software developers, right? First of all, it's not software developers.
The labor unions.
Oh God. And second of all, it's not. The message wouldn't hit if it was software developers. Actually, it's a bunch of these like warehouse workers, the people who are actually doing, a lot of the physical, the manual labor. So the Verge came out with an article too, and the article is like basically just says like that Twitch is removing these anti-union ads And a spokesperson said that the ad should have never been run on the service as they violate its political advertising policies. Now, why was the ad run in the first place, right? I mean, I'm sure it's just somebody, you know, some higher up just going up to them and saying like, well, you know, if you don't run this ad, you're gonna get fucked. Like, we're going to fire everyone here. Which is messed up. I mean, it's not like anything new. Amazon has been anti-union. They even have a training video out on the thing. I mean, it's hilarious how these people just trick themselves into thinking like, you know, or trick other people. They trick themselves first, then them tricking themselves allows them to like almost convince other people, it seems. The funny thing that I found, there was actually a really cool like a little doc from Frontline PBS. If you haven't checked it out, it's like really interesting, the rise and fall of Jeff Bezos. And you listen to what they say here, and it's in direct contrast to what they're actually doing, right? So it's just easy to see. So just take a look at this video. So
action could become basically the standard for all workers, and that you're never good enough. You're never able to keep up.
Amazon told us work rates are not based on an individual employee's performance, and that the scanning devices workers use are not for tracking people, but inventory, a common practice in the warehouse industry.
We've talked to workers around the country, both current and former workers. They've described the pace of work as being really grueling. In the early thinking about rates and how far you could push human beings.
Just let's go back really quick. Just look at this guy's face. Okay, already. What does this scream to you? Does this scream, you know, I'm completely honest? I don't know. This looks like somebody you already know this guy's lying. You already know this guy's just thinking about ways to fucking lie.
Former workers, they've described the pace of work as being really grueling. In the early thinking about rates and how far you could push human beings in terms of their productivity, what was the thinking about that?
Well, obviously, if the rates are too high, you're not going to have people showing up for work. So we have 600,000 people
Jeff.
at the company. Most of them are in the fulfillment centers, and they come to work every day. They stay for years. These are considered great jobs in the hundreds of communities where we have fulfillment centers all over the world. And in the US, we have almost every state has an operation in it. And people come to work because these are great jobs. They're safe. We pay double the minimum wage, the national minimum wage. We have terrific benefits. The benefits for the folks that work on the floor are the same benefits that my family has access to. Our family leave is like 20 weeks. So
okay, that's a common thing with jobs, right? They tend to make you look at you. They say you can leave, you have family leave, but you can never really use that leave. You know, they say, oh, you have 20 weeks. Nah. People actually get mad at you for taking leave.
The rates are set so that we can accomplish what we need to, which is get orders to customers in a reasonable time and in a high quality way. And that creates a workplace that people want to come back to, and they do.
Okay.
Amazon wouldn't tell us how long fulfillment center workers stay on the job or how often they're injured.
I will tell you, I'll give you a nice little, let's do a little quick, I'm going to do a little search on Indeed. Okay. Now this is actually really interesting to me, because before it used to be that when you used to search an Amazon, like, you know, warehouse worker, you know, here it says 3 to 5 hours is, I think right here it says 3 to 5 hours. Shifts are 3 to 5 hours, flexible. Before it used to say you must be comfortable with being on your feet for more than like 12 hours, around 12 hours plus. So, I mean, a lot of stuff came out, I'm sure, about all this, you know, all these working conditions that people are actually upset about. And of course, Amazon had to respond.
We do not believe unions are in the best interest of our customers, our shareholders, or most importantly, our associates.
This is a clip from a video the company says it used in the past to teach managers about employees' rights and labor laws.
The most obvious signs would include use of words associated with unions or union-led movements like living wage or steward.
early on.
You can't even say the word union. That's how serious it is. This is an offense. No. You're going to Amazon jail.
Amazon took a position to basically be anti-union. Why was that decision made?
I don't think we made the decision to be anti-union. We just feel that...
Bullshit. No, we didn't make the decision, actually. You can't hear it coming out of the horse's mouth. No, it comes out of the ass, basically. It comes out of the working fucking people that have to just relay your message for you. And, you know, that message just accidentally gets put on Twitch, right? So
all of the things that unions would want to get us to do, we've already done.
What about setting rate, though? Do you not see that there's a little bit more leverage in the hands of management in this scenario than there would be in a unionized environment?
I don't know. It's hard to speculate on that, but I do think that we have the obligation to set.
I don't know. I don't know. It's really difficult. This is tough. I can't. You can't ask me, dude. I'm too busy, dude. I'm too busy stopping people from organizing unions.
Rates that are, again, going to encourage people to seek these jobs and deliver for customers, you know, what we've promised.
What would you say to someone, though, who's worked in your fulfillment centers that feels as though there's been that humans are increasingly being treated like robots? Because it's something that we've actually heard, and I don't sense it's hyperbole.
Look at you can you can see his he's breathing heavy. He's like about to he's about to lose it. He's like, oh my god, I wasn't prepped for this. You can tell he's like thinking in his head, and he's like, shit, dude, they got me. Like, they caught me. This is not the thumbs up for Amazon that I was expecting.
Well, that's not the experience that I had in setting it up or that I've seen. It's certainly true that these jobs are not for everybody. And
deflecting, now he's like pushing away. He's pushing the blame. He's like, no, I didn't do this. Like, but, let's be the good guy now. Let's take that role and, say, well, these jobs aren't for everybody. They're not for everybody, but, we offer a lot of amazing opportunities, though. A lot of amazing opportunities. You need to be an Amazon warehouse worker. Okay. Enough of that. Yeah, so Twitch just apologizing or removing the video doesn't really mean shit to me, because that shit should have just not been run in the first place. It's interesting to see, the way that Amazon just keeps getting away with all this craziness, so what, they took away the video, what's to stop them from doing some other bullshit like that? I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully this does something instead of just making people mad temporarily. So yeah, it's just interesting to see how Twitch ends up dealing with this. It just like pulls away and is like, oh well, sorry, the ad should not have been shown, it shouldn't have happened. But then when something happens to like a streamer or something like that, like something pops up on screen, instantly banned. Where's the accountability? Like, I understand that this is their platform, I get that, but the thing is like, come on, dude. Like, come on. Anyway, I just wanted to show that stark contrast between like between what what they're saying or what they're doing, and like both Amazon and Twitch itself, and what's happening actually behind the scenes. But make sure to check out that documentary. And by the way, if you liked the video, if you had fun, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.